Dear students, today we are going to start the very first chapter of Class 6 English book, and the name of the chapter is Who Did Patrick's Homework? The story has been written by Carol Moore. Actually, this story is all about a boy whose name is Patrick. He is very lazy in doing his homework. But one day, there comes a change in his life. He finds a dwarf who seeks help of Patrick because he scares a lot from the pet cat of Patrick. Patrick saves him but puts a condition that he will have to do his work till the end of the semester. Patrick never did his homework. Too boring, he said. He played hockey and basketball and Nintendo instead. His teachers told him, Patrick, do your homework or you won't learn a thing. And it is true. Sometimes he did feel like an ignoramus. But what could he do? He hated homework. Yes, he was an ignoramus. Then one day he found his cat playing with a little doll and he grabbed it away. To his surprise, it was not a doll. Students, you can see a new word in this passage. The word is grabbed. Grabbed is the second form, past form of grab, and the meaning of grabbed is caught. Dear students, in paragraph 1 and 2, we came to know that Patrick is a lazy boy. He hated doing homework, but he takes interest in playing different kind of games, and his favorite game is Nintendo. One day, when he was there in his garden, he found his cat playing with a doll-like creature. When he came nearer to his cat, he was surprised to see a little man wearing a woolen shirt and short trousers. He was trying to save his life from the cat. He asked for the help from Patrick and promised Patrick to grant him a wish. Dear students, let's take paragraph number 3 and 4. Patrick could not believe how lucky he was. Here was the answer to all his questions and all his problems. So he said, only if you do all my homework till the end of the semester, that is 35 days. If you do a good enough job, I could even get good A's. The little man's face wrinkled like a dishcloth thrown in the hamper. He kicked his legs, doubled his fist, and he grimaced and scowled, and pursed his lips. Oh, am I cursed? But I will do it. Students, we can see some new words in these two passages. First is dishcloth. Dishcloth is a kind of cloth used to wash the dishes. Hamper is a bucket with a lid. Grimace and scold and pursed his lips. These are the expressions showed by the little man, and these expressions were showing his disapproval, his discontent, his anger and frustration when he came to know about the ways of Patrick. Students, it was a chance for Patrick because we know very well that Patrick does not like to do homework. So he had an idea to get all his work done by the little man till the end of the semester. Hence he can get good marks. Students, the condition of Patrick was not suitable for the little man. So he showed his discontent by showing wrinkles on his face as someone has thrown a dishcloth after using it into a dustbin. He kicked his legs and doubled his fist. By these expressions, he was trying to show his anger. He grimaced and scowled and pursed his lips. He made all these expressions to show his disapproval of doing homework for Patrick. But what could he do? So he admitted that he will do all the work, all the homework of Patrick. Students, as the promise was made by the little man, and the little man was true to his words, that little elf began to do Patrick's homework, except there was one glitch. The elf did not always know what to do, and he needed help. Help me, he would say, and Patrick would have to help in whatever way. I don't know this word, the elf squeaked while reading Patrick's homework. Get me a dictionary. No. What's even better? Look up the word and sound it out by each letter. Students, we can see three new words in this passage. First one is elf. Elf is a dwarf, a very short heighted person. Glitch is a problem, and squeak means shrill voice. Students, the little man was true to his words, means he kept his promise, so he began to do the homework for Patrick. But there was a problem in it because the little man did not know what to do, so he needed help at the regular interval of time, and Patrick had to do his help by pronouncing a word or telling him the meaning from the dictionary or any other book. When it came to maths, Patrick was out of luck. What are times tables? The elf shrieked. We elves never need that. And addition and subtraction and division and fractions. Here, sit down beside me. You simply must guide me. Elves know nothing of human history. To them, it is a mystery. So, the little elf, already a shouter, it just got louder. So, go to the library, I need books. More and more books. And you can help me read them too. When it was the term of maths, which was a difficult subject for Patrick, Alf said in a shriek voice that he did not know about times tables because they never need that. He even did not know a little about addition, subtraction, division, and fraction. So he asked Patrick to sit beside him and help him in doing the work. The little man knew nothing about the history. For him, it was just like a mystery. So he asked Patrick to bring him more and more books from the library and also asked him to help him in reading them too. Let's take paragraph 7 and 8. As a matter of fact, every day in every way, that little elf was a nag. Patrick was working harder than ever, and was it a drag? He was staying up nights, had never felt so weary, was going to school with his eyes puffed and bleary. Finally, the last day of school arrived, and the elf was free to go. As for homework, there was no more. So he quietly and slyly slipped out of the back door. Students, we can see some new words in these two passages. First one is nag. Nag, nag is a person who complains all the time. Drag is an informal word, something dull and interesting. Puffed and blurry. The meaning of puffed and blurry is swollen and dull. The meaning of puffed is swollen and the meaning of blurry is dull. Slyly means secretly. Students, as the elf did nothing about as the elf did know nothing about the subjects of Patrick, he became a nag because he was only complaining each and every time, and Patrick was working harder and harder. He was reading books for the little man. He was solving the maths problems and finding out the meaning and answers. He was not sleeping properly all the nights. So his eyes were swollen and became dull. But finally, the day came when it was the last day of the semester. At this moment, Elf was very happy because now he will have to do no work for Patrick. So without making any sound, he escaped secretly from the back door. Patrick got his A's. His classmates were amazed. His teachers smiled and were full of praise. And his parents? They wondered what had happened to Patrick. He was now the model kid. Cleaned his room, he did his chores, was cheerful, never rude, like he had developed a whole new attitude. You see, in the end, Patrick still thought he had made that tiny man do all his homework. But I'll share a secret just between you and me. It was not the elf. Patrick had done it himself. So, students, I hope you all enjoyed this story of Patrick very much, and I think now you will be able to comprehend the passages of this chapter too. Thank you for listening me so carefully. Have a good day and good start of a new session.